Hello, my name is Calvin Boyd. I go by CRB. I used to be a comedian, but I'm a promoter, and I like to share my experience about diabetes. This is the first video of the Diabetes and Me series that I've been doing on other social media platforms. However, I'm ready to take it to YouTube, tell my journey of 26 different surgeries of just 3 years of having 26 surgeries, going different anesthesias to complications to loss of limbs to a lot of complications and legally blind, gastroparesis, neuropathy, all conditions from diabetes and not taking diabetes serious. Diabetes is a serious and dangerous disease. Yes, diabetes is a disease. Just because it's not like quote unquote HIV and cancer and other stuff that people fear more. Diabetes is a silent killer, meaning it will get you. You will go be fine for some time. You may not even have any complications. But when you start, if you start having complications, it hits the fan really hard and it keep going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in these videos in this series of Diabetes and Me. You're going to hear about my life journey, about stuff I had to endure, the reason why I'm legally blind, the reason why I didn't do stuff that I should have done before I was forced to have to do it. My life changing, how I eat now, how I do stuff, and I want to talk to people with mental health. I want to speak to the person that's thinking about suicide and don't want to be here no more because of life struggles and life pains. I want to address basically, just really talk to you about different stuff. Borderline diabetics, I want to talk to them about being borderline and not becoming a full diabetic. So it's a lot of topics we're going to talk about and everything. But in this first video, I'm going to tell you how I got diabetes. I got, I received diabetes when I was 15 years old. I'm about to be 40 years old real soon. I had diabetes since I was the age of 15. And diabetes, I guess they call that adolescent diabetes, but it's type 2. I'm a type 2. Type 1 diabetes is usually heredity or, something happens, but that's type 1. But type 2 is more like you did it to yourself. Meaning you didn't eat right, you didn't drink, you didn't do all the things you're supposed to, and now you became a diabetic. Or you go to the doctors and they tell you you're a borderline diabetic, means you almost got the disease, but you don't have it. But you need to do A, B, Y, C, A, B, C, D, F, G to not have the disease, and they may put you on medication, possibly. So at the age of 15, I received diabetes from eating McDonald's a lot, eating Swiss rolls, eating candy, not so much candy, but Swiss rolls, oatmeal pies, you know, double cheeseburgers and fries from McDonald's, doing everything, 15, when you 15, you don't know. You still learning the world. You don't know what's good, what's not good. Everything tastes good, so you don't know. So as a kid, my mom, she was a diabetic already, you know, but she tried her best to not allow me diabetes, but at the same time, it was up to me. She wasn't with me 24 hours. And then when I got a car, when I got, around, 15, started driving and stuff, ooh, it got worse, My first, quote unquote, symptom of having diabetes was frequent urination and being thirsty. Thirsty. You drink, only crave water. You just drinking gallons and gallons of water and it's coming right out of you. My first symptoms, I was urinating and all night long. I get up every 5 to 10 minutes till it just got out of control. But I didn't pay attention. But that was my only symptom from the age of 15 to maybe almost 30. Just frequent urination. And I went to the doctors, and I used to always wait till I wasn't feeling good to go to the doctors, which that's another mistake people do. Wait till they feel sick to want to go to the doctors and take care of themselves. That's not how you should move. That's how I was moving, and they put me on pills, and all the way to the age of from 15 to the age of 37. Sadly, I didn't take my medicine like I was supposed to. It says take this pill twice a day, before, one during the day, one before dinner. I The neglectfulness in me and working and everything wouldn't take it. Wouldn't take it. Then I go to the doctors real sick and they say you have you been taking your medicine? No. Have you been checking your blood sugar? No. Then I hated getting needles. And I was at the time when they first had the old pricking machine where you had to prick your fingers where you had spots all on your hand from checking your blood sugar. 15, 16, my fingers was hurting tips because it was so bad. It poke you so bad to check your blood sugar. And they talking about 2-3 times a day. And I just couldn't do it. There's a lot of people that's like that. But because me too, we need to take it more seriously. Taking our medication. If you're supposed to take insulin, take your insulin. I didn't want to take insulin because I didn't want to poke myself in the stomach or this and that, knowing that it would help me. And then I'm being neglectful, eating whatever I want to eat. You can't be eating whatever you want to eat when you're diabetic. You gotta eat to live, not live to eat. Yes, there's gonna be some times you want to enjoy and treat yourself, but you can't do it like the normal person anymore because you're not the normal person anymore. Diabetes is a very serious disease that will kill you. Yeah, and I will get into that. It almost took me out of here twice. I should have died twice with diabetes. But by the grace of God, I'm still here. And I know this is my mission to talk to other people about mentally, physically, and emotionally, and dealing with diabetes and me. Hear my story that you can get through. Because some people, we all in different areas of life and stronger than others. So once you go on this journey with me, I'm gonna tell you about this whole journey, how it changed me, how it also made me a better person, how I also understand now the purpose of it and why I'm here to talk to others and encourage and let others know that it does get better when you don't see no light at the end of the tunnel. When I was 15 with diabetes, my best friend didn't even know. I talked to him recently, one of my child best friends, and he said he was with me every day. He said, "Wow, I never knew you had diabetes." Because as a kid, everything is funny. It's a joke. Everything. Me and him made a lot of jokes. So I didn't want another joke about diabetes. So I kept it to myself for a long time. And COVID, 2020, COVID kind of enhanced the conditions of diabetes in me. I got COVID in 2020 when it was really, really serious. Right after Kobe Bryant died, my whole family got it. My wife got it. Then she got over it. Got better. We quarantined for a whole 35 days in the house. But after that, and it heightened the symptoms in me. And when you're a diabetic, you gotta watch everything. You have to go to the doctors faithfully. You gotta check your feet, especially men. And women, check your feet. Make sure in between your toes, no cuts. Watch the sweating, all that stuff. Any bacteria, you have to wash your hands frequently. If you bump anything cut you, you get peroxide and clean it. Any cuts on you as a diabetic could be a potential amputation. I had a paper cut on my pinky finger, and it took 34 days to heal. Why? Because I have quote unquote diabetes, and everything heals slow with diabetes. So as older you get, when you was more that, yes, I played football and I played a little bit of college football and I got cuts, and it wasn't that bad. But the older you get, the longer you have it, it changes. So when I was younger, got a lot of cuts in here and there, but I had to clean them and everything like that. And then the symptoms wasn't bad to about 2020. But growing up with diabetes, just checking your blood sugar. You protect your children. That's one thing I do now with my daughter. Sometimes it gets on her nerve, but I really don't care if it's something. I'm like, nope, that's too much or this that, because look at me. I have so many different symptoms, and I don't want this on nobody. This is why I do videos, to help people, encourage people mentally. Also, not to give up. I like to talk to the person that's thinking about committing suicide, that don't want to be here anymore, that to let them know that it does get better. It may not get better the way you want it to or when you want it to, but stuff does get better. You're in that dark hole, you see no light, you just turn it in circles. I promise you one day that's going to be an inch of light. It's going to be small, but that's going to give you direction. And when you walk towards that light, it's going to get bigger and bigger. And that's also going to help you to be a bigger person and everything. I didn't take my medicine. I didn't take diabetes serious for almost 15 years. I played with the symptoms. I thought it was a joke. I thought, oh, this won't happen to me. Oh, that won't happen to me. I thought I could just be the one that not be like the next person that's not doing what they're supposed to. That's not true. Not taking your medicine, drinking sodas and juices all the time, eating McDonald's fast food, and just eating candy and all that stuff you're not supposed to as a diabetic. And mentally, sometimes some people, binge eat. They get sad and depressed and they just eat. As a diabetic, that's the worst thing you can do as well, is eat off emotions. And also, you got to understand, as a diabetic, you have to watch your emotions, your mood, how you feel. Because believe it or not, that being in pain already, that runs a person's blood sugar up. Yes, your mood, how you feel. If you angry and cussing everybody out and doing this, your blood sugar is going to rise. Yes. Then if you in pain, there was a time that, because I have a condition also called gastroparesis, I'm going to talk about in different videos, put me in the hospital. And then I was sick for 4 days, didn't eat nothing, in pain. And every time my blood sugar got checked, it was over 280. And I was just like, why? Getting upset. Like, I ate nothing. Why is it high? This, that. It's because they had to let me know, Mr. Boy, you got to calm down. It's because of your mood. Not only do eating sugar and foods and stuff run a person's blood sugar up, but how you feel, how you react, your mood runs it up as well. Pain runs it up as well. So you can't allow nobody to make you mad and get you, quote unquote, pissed off because you can't afford it. You have to learn to choose you. We love our families, we do everything, but you have to choose you. My brothers, especially talking to my brothers, go to the doctors. Stop overworking and think I get to it later, because you could possibly get to it later and it'd be too late. And then what you do, you sitting in the hospital, God forbid, worrying about work and your family and everything else, but you put your family in that position by not taking care of yourself. I've done it. So anything I'm saying, I can vouch to say I understand, and I've done it. So you got to take the time. Men, I'm talking to my brothers, take the time to go to the doctors. Get an eye exam. Go to a podiatrist. Get your toenails clipped. You know what I'm saying? And go and let them make sure nothing on the bottom of your foot, no sores, or in between your toes, no sores. Because potentially them sores could turn to a lot worse. And especially, God forbid, you're a diabetic. That could be an amputation of your limb. So we have to go to the doctors, man. Women tend to go to doctors more than men. But even to the women, there's women I've talked to that's been neglectful, don't take their medicine and run and do everything in life because they're a parent or this and that. Don't let diabetes sit you down. What you have to do. Do stuff before you have to do it. I waited till I had to do it. If I would have been obedient and did stuff better, yeah, you be sitting at that doctor, you hear that voice and you be hearing like, gosh, you know better. You know you should. Even when you be eating and doing stuff you got no business, it be a little voice let you know, you don't supposed to have this. No, you need to put this down. You need to learn to choose you. Learn to choose you. Meaning learn to choose you mean be here, want to live. A lot of times, people get sick. We get into a sickness and, we're going to talk about that. People become suicidal over their sickness and their condition. Just know that it's not a race. Where you at is not a race to get better. So don't look at me, because I'm in a wheelchair right now talking to y'all. And I'm legally blind, amongst other diabetic symptoms that has attacked my body because of neglect, because of thinking it's not that serious, amongst other stuff. I'm here to tell you it's so serious. Yes, I lost almost 100 pounds, if not. Most of it was by choice, by working out. The rest of it was because of gastroparesis. And I'm here to tell you, I didn't start getting really, really sick until I actually started losing weight. I was 350 pounds one time. I got down, and the symptoms didn't really hit me until I got to about 270. And then from 270, I got all the way down to 218 one time. Now I'm about 230, I don't know, somewhere in that area. But I'm glad I lost the weight, but at the same time, I didn't lose it the way I wanted to. I lost it from vomiting, not eating for days, fasting, hurting, stomach pains, gallbladder removed. Can't eat spicy pizza, pastry sauce, a lot of stuff I'm gonna talk about in this segment about food, what we should and should not be eating as a diabetic. Borderline people, if you're a borderline diabetic, take heed to this. Don't drink no sodas. Leave juices alone. Leave the little water inserts alone, because I have acetone in them things. They think they're good for you, but they're really not. I'd rather you drink a diet soda or a diet drink than drink the water inserts and all that stuff. That acetone will tear your kidneys up, God forbid. So drink much water as you could. Stay away from Kool-Aid. 100% juice, you maybe can have one here. 100% apple juice. Stay away from orange juice. Orange juice will run a person's blood sugar up to the roof. No more orange juice. Leave orange juice alone. Meals. Okay, if you're going to do meals and everything, you work, do a protein. Chicken, preferably. Fish, preferably. Beef takes a lot of time to digest in your stomach, days and days. So limit yourself on beef, and then do veggies. Get you some spinach, broccoli, no starch. Leave the starches, rice, and all that stuff alone. Do that, and just do that for a while. For somebody that's a borderline, it only takes 90 days of discipline to get you out of being a borderline diabetic. That's what they don't want you to know. They want to just throw you on medication. And that medication sometimes has side effects in them that can make stuff worse, or worse in other areas in your body. So you can do this naturally. Fast a meal. Fast a meal. Get you a smoothie. Smoothie for breakfast, fast a meal, dinner, a protein, veggies, water, or 100% drink water most of the day so it can keep flushing out your kidneys. And that's going to, within that 90 days, that's going to take that borderline, whatever it is, almost 7, down to a 5, back to normal range. And when you get back in that range, yeah, you can have a little more than a diabetic, but you got to remember that even as a borderline diabetic, it could come back. Like God forbid, cancer come back and then goes in remission to some people. You could go back to being a diabetic and borderline diabetic, and it comes back. The older you get, the more you are subject to actually getting diabetes. So it's very important to watch your mood. Watch what you eat. Watch getting cuts at your job. Watch your feet. Watch your fingers. No cuts. Watch your legs. Watch everything. Sometimes if you work hard jobs and you in like construction men or women, and you build a house build or whatever, where you doing physical in the warehouse, physical work for your job. I know a lot of men hate doing it, but sometimes you need to take a bath. And in your bath, not just Epsom salt, you need to throw some bleach. Not bleach. Disregard bleach. You need to put some alcohol. I know it may burn, or peroxide. Preferably peroxide. You don't want, there's other parts that can affect. Just a little bit. So if you have any cuts on your body, it could, let's do peroxide. If you have any cuts on your body, your hands, anywhere, it's going to go and clean that out. So men, once every week or once every other week, in hard labor jobs, you need to take a bath with some Epsom salt and peroxide. Get your feet in there, all that stuff, any cuts and everything, to heal that stuff up so you won't have any complications or risk of amputations. I'm here to tell you, having an amputation ain't fun. I've had many amputations done. I have had toes, took it one at a time, one here, then three here, then different times of different surgeries. And usually when I had to go in surgery, I go to the doctors on a Wednesday, and they tell me I'm having surgery Friday. I go to the doctors on Friday, and they'll tell me I'm having surgery Monday. Imagine knowing you're going to get 3 of your toes amputated, and it's a Friday, and you got to wait all the way to Monday to deal with that. Mentally, that could be challenging. So mentally, you got to watch what you say out your mouth. I'm done it. You got to speak positivity out your mouth, especially when you're sick. And just know everybody is sick. A good buddy of mine told me one time, you ain't the only one sick. Everybody is sick. And never think you're alone, that everybody's living and you're stuck and you're not living. You may not be doing the things you want to do at that time, but you got to understand grace has kept you. You could be out in a car accident or a shootout or whatever. So sometimes sitting down healing is protection as well. Sit down and heal. Allow yourself to heal. Stop worrying about the end process, because worrying about the end process will make it longer. Live for the moment. Find stuff that you enjoy. Enjoy you. Learn you. Learn who you are. Learn to find peace and happiness within yourself, because that's something hard to do when you're sick and hurting. Your family can't be everything for you. They can't do everything for you. They can't be everything for you. They can only help to a certain extent. After that, it's all you. Watch your attitude, how you treat your family. It's not their fault you're sick. It's not their fault you're sad. Don't take out your life on them, because you'll turn around and be a lonely person, beating up your health, beating up the ones that love you. Because those are the ones that's only going to deal with you. Everybody else ain't going to help you and deal with you like your family will. Yes, they're going to get aggravated and stuff like that, but you as a person got to remember you're never a burden to them. Don't allow a voice or the devil or anything like that to, because I've been there and say, you know what, I'd be better not here, because I'm a burden on my family, and life would be so much better if I wasn't. That's not true, and that's selfish. I've been there, but that's very selfish to say, hey, I don't really care what happens to me. If anything happens, if I get hit by a car, everything is God's will. And I'm like, no, that's not God's will. That's suicide. You gave up. You can't give up. That's one thing I want to tell you. You can't give up in this race. It's a spiritual quote that says, the race is not given to the swift or the strong, but he that endures to the end. We have to endure to the end. Even when we're sad and hurt and everything, and we just feel mad and lonely, you got to fight. You got to keep fighting. And you got to keep going. Just know that it's going to be okay, but you have to fight. So, my name is Calvin. This is the first video of the Diabetes in Me series that I'm going to be doing, talking about my journey with diabetes and different stuff. I have a lot to talk about. I hope y'all view. Please subscribe to the channel. I need everybody's support. Please, please, please subscribe. There's nothing. It's my first video, so subscribe. I need y'all support. Share this video with your loved ones, people that got diabetes in your family, your friends. It don't cost to share. It don't cost to get this message out. This is not a negative thing. This is a good thing to help people and help people not go through 26 surgeries like me in 3 years. Yeah. So I want to just encourage somebody that's feel like they just don't want to live no more. It's too much. Know that you can always DM, holler at me, or comment here or something like that, and I'll talk to you, because I've been there. I've been in a lot of situations, and it's like it's not very much somebody can tell me that I kind of haven't been through. I know how I feel to not be able to walk for years. I know how I feel to be blind, like Stevie Wonder blind. I know how I feel to vomit and be hurt, depressed, and everything else. And somebody telling you it's going to get better. I'm a living testimony that stuff does get better. But I'm still in the fight. I'm not out. I'm in the fight with y'all. So let's fight together. Let's keep fighting. Know that you're loved, you're needed. You're loved, you're needed, and you're not a burden. And you're needed in this world. So this was my first series telling you about diabetes and me, how I got it at 15 years old, eating whole boxes of Swiss rolls. Yeah, and oatmeal pies, the little thing, they was 99 cents. I eat two of those a day and double cheeseburgers and drinking soda and everything else I was doing. And there's somebody else out here that's doing that as well. I'm here to tell you, stop, slow it down. You feeling something in your body, stop fighting it, go to the doctors. Figure out what's going on with yourself. Figure out how to do better. Just know that giving up is not an option. So I'm your boy CRB. I'm CRB, but my real name is Calvin Boyd. I'm an entertainer, but now I'm a diabetes advocate. I guess I'm gonna call it diabetes and me. Again, I'm gonna tell you my stories. How I had a PICC line up to my heart. Different surgeries, different techniques to help you with diabetes, different techniques to help you with anxiety, different techniques to help you with depression, all the stuff that I've been through, how to help you endure it or get better at it. And yeah, share this first video, subscribe, and a lot more information to come. Next video, I'm going to really start getting more in depth, taking off from 15, going into my years in my 20s and how I lived and everything. We're going to talk about that. Then we're going to get into my 30s and we're going to get into all the surgeries and stuff like that. And we're going to get into family support. We're going to get into mental health. We're going to get into it all. Suicide prevention. We're going to get into people being disabled, finding a way to do stuff for them. Like me being disabled, knowing that you could do something. Not that you're stuck, because when you're disabled and you're dependent, you feel stuck because you were so independent. So you got to find comfort within you. The Bible says, in all your ways, find yourself content. Meaning, whatever you're going through, you got to find yourself content. Sometimes I'm in the room for 24 hours, looking around these walls and stuff like that. I used to have a lot of posters up here, but it gave me, quote unquote, anxiety, so I took them down, a lot of comedy shows. Sometimes you got to make a change to your atmosphere to be better, to help you. I wasn't able to sleep in my man cave for years because of the torment of looking at pictures of helping others and different that, and not being in the place I felt like I should be. So I took them all down, just kept my Hollywood Hogan's. I'm a big wrestling fan. But change your atmosphere to make it work for you, make you happy, because that's where you're at. And just know that you're needed. Again, this is the first series of Diabetes and Me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's free. I need your support. Please share with your family that's diabetics and borderline diabetics. And thank you very much. I see you on the next one. Diabetes and Me. Tell a friend. Diabetes and Me with CRB.